Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 3 of Vikings. I'm gonna try something a little different with this one. Whenever I do a Season 2 or 3 review for a show, I get a lot of comments basically saying, hey, this is great, but if we started watching the show already and we like it, we're gonna keep watching it. If you watched Season 1 of a show and you liked it, you're probably gonna wanna watch Season 2. And if you liked that one too, you'll probably want to watch Season 3. Makes sense. So me sitting here giving you a recommendation on whether or not you should watch a Season 3 of a show becomes less valuable. What remains valuable is just having a fun, no-holds-barred discussion about the show. So for those of you who did come to this video for a recommendation, yes, watch this season. It's great. So that's what we're gonna do today. This is your spoiler warning, spoilers for Season 3 of Vikings. Spoilers in this video. If you have not watched it, you have been warned, spoilers. So in Season 3, Ragnar is now the reluctant king of the Vikings, and this character never stops being fascinating. By this point, he is a living legend, and more often than not, he lives up to that title. One of the most incredible things about him is that he doesn't have the pretense of a good man, of the good guy. He's constantly thinking about the future of his people, about his children. Definitely, I mean, he does a lot of things with the best intentions. He wants a future without violence and conflict. But he's not above cold-blooded, planned, meticulous revenge or killing innocent people to protect his own plans. And the show doesn't try to spin it to make it look like he's always the good guy. He's not. But he is always impressive. I have to say that Vikings is by far my favorite show of this style, and it just keeps getting better. I thought Season 3 was fantastic, the best so far. As of making this video, I have not watched Season 4 yet. A lot of this season is about how Ragnar and Lagertha try to establish a settlement in Wessex. They send farmers, they establish this colony, and King Egbert promises repeatedly that the settlement will have his protection. But of course, he is secretly a dick. I think maybe the one storyline that was still very good, but maybe was not handled as well as some of the others, Aethelwulf's and Ecbert's plan to betray the Vikings. This, of course, is a theme in this show. Don't trust anyone. Anytime someone makes a promise or makes an arrangement, then it's a trick or a trap, or someone just, ends up being a dick about it. That's fine. That's great. I do feel that we needed a bit more of why Egbert wants to turn on the Vikings. We do learn that it helps him get rid of those who oppose him within his own government, but we learned that during a weird scene where Egbert and Aethelwulf are sort of doing a post-mortem of their evil plan, and it's very like, meh. It's not a very natural conversation. It's a very minor issue though. Another huge part of this season is everybody loves Athelstan, except for Floki. Ragnar is completely in love with Athelstan. He feels that he is the only person he can talk to, he's the only one he can trust, so he doesn't care which god he believes in or what anybody else thinks, really, as long as he has Athelstan in his life. On the other side of that, you have Floki, a character we saw go through such a transformation and journey. He's very obviously jealous of Athelstan's relationship with Ragnar, and he's also bitter about his own position in, Ragnar's court. In this season, Floki is the archetype of the religious hypocrite. Nothing is his fault. Everything comes from above. He is just carrying out the will of the gods. Everything is just explained away. And it takes him as far as to kill Athelstan. But of course, when you tell so many lies, you start believing them yourself. So Floki is so blinded that he doesn't even see that obviously Ragnar knows it's Floki. And Ragnar is broken. And the performances by Travis Fimmel as Ragnar is incredible throughout the show. But from the moment Athelstan dies, he delivers some of the most powerful scenes in this show so far. Ragnar goes as far as to let many of his own people die when they attack Paris, just as part of his plan for revenge on Floki. Seriously, I thought there was no way Floki survives this season. When he was trapped inside that burning tower by the walls of Paris, I was like, this is it! This is it! But no, he lives! What the fuck's gonna happen in season 4? This show is so good. This show is so good. There's lots more to talk about. So much happened in this season. Rollo's second betrayal, which we've kind of been waiting for. Let's see how well that turns out for him. Is it really just because he resents Ragnar? Do you think that maybe Ragnar faking his own death is what pushed Rollo over the edge? Just like, fuck it, I'm gonna betray him again. We also have Bjorn's daddy issues, which are understandable. Ragnar is brilliant, but he's not exactly father of the year. So even though Bjorn stepped up and led the people while Ragnar was down after the Battle of Paris, he still has to go out to the wild to prove himself. Maybe you'll find Perun. That scene where she just gets her face bashed in. Oh, that was not a good day for anyone. And that whole weird Harvard story that ends up with Siggy dying, that was a weird scene. It kind of came out of nowhere for me. The show always has this attitude of, obviously the gods aren't real. This is just what these people believed in back then. It's not real. No, I mean, it's not, they're not real, right? No, don't worry about it. This is just mythology. It's stories. Don't worry about it. Of course, it's not real. There are, of course, lots of things about the season that I didn't mention, but I thought overall this was a great season. This show is powerful enough to satisfy my need for deep story and drama, but it's also fast-paced enough to be just a fun watch and a bingeable watch. What about you? Have you watched season 3? Well, obviously. What about you? What did you think about season 3 of Vikings? What was the most memorable moment for you? And who is your favorite character so far, or most interesting character in your opinion, and why? Let me know down in the comments. Let's get the discussion going. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot, and you can also click here and here to find some of the other videos and reviews we have up on the channel. And if you're finding binge watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the binge watchers community. Come talk about TV with us. It's a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel. But in any case, keep binging, and I will see you in Valhalla. I believe I already used that one on the season 2 review.